The Chronovisor, a time machine hidden in the Vatican. If you think a time machine is just a thing we see in science fiction movies, think again. Legend has it that there is a time machine hidden in the Vatican, known as the Chronovisor, that can help us view past and future events. From the 60s to the 90s, Father Pellegrino Ernetti claimed that he also aided in creating this Chronovisor. The Vatican is not new to these situations, as many people think they have a hidden archive of other things that we have no idea about. While we can't solve them all in one day, let's try to look at the mystery of the Chronovisor in detail. So, let's take a journey through the Chronovisor. Then, wait for the most mind-blowing facts in the end. Welcome to our channel. Like and subscribe to explore more such hidden gems with us. The Vatican has many secrets, and they have tried to come to light from time to time. These include a collection of documents called the Apostolic Archive, to the mysterious disappearance in 1983 of Emanuela Orlandi. Of course, to add to these mysteries, the Vatican is reported to have a time machine hidden inside. Of course, this machine is known as the Chronovisor, and it is reported to give people the capabilities to see across time. Remember that there is no proof we have of the reality of this time machine. However, Vatican priest Father Francois Brune published a book 20 years ago that tells us another story. Through the words of Father Francois Brune, the device of Chronovisor was created by Father Pellegrino Ernetti, who was a monk. Brune also emphasizes that Ernetti was keeping this device a secret until the 60s. Finally, he talked to Brune and opened up to him that at least 12 scientists helped him create this device. In these names of 12 scientists, Ernetti also took Werner von Braun's names, a Nazi scientist and physicist known as Enrico Fermi. At this point, you might be wondering how the Chronovisor was even built, because it is not possible to make a time machine. Well, let us answer your question. According to Brune and Ernetti, the Chronovisor was created from antennae, cathode rays, and metals that received light and sound signals on the entire wavelength spectrum. Because of this, it allows scientists to see the events of the past and document them. Ernetti also tells Brune that they have seen and documented the Jesus Christ crucifixion by going back in time through the Chronovisor. Because of this, the Chronovisor has enabled the Vatican to validate and confirm the teachings of the Bible. That is because the device enables them to look at the past, and they can see religious events that build the basis of our faith today. Do you believe there is some truth in this machine, or do you think it is still not possible to create such a device and use it in this way? Ernetti did not just talk about going back in time to look at the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Instead, he has talked about the revelation of many crucial moments that exist in the Bible. For example, Ernetti also recounts that he saw Marcus Tullius Cicero's speech in 63 BC. The speech by Tullius was given to the Roman Senate at the time, and Ernetti reiterates that Tullius's gestures, intonation, and everything else were incredibly powerful. This is just the tip of the iceberg, as Ernetti made many other claims that were bigger and bolder. Ernetti alleges that he and the other scientists have taken a sneak peek into some of the most defining moments of the Bible. These claims are not just given to Brune. In 1972, La Domenica del Corriere, an Italian publication, also published these claims by Ernetti. The article was a shock to everyone in Italy, and it covered everything that Ernetti claimed to see through the Chronovisor. Apart from all the claims, the Italian publication also published a picture from the device that Ernetti claimed showed the Romans crucifying Jesus Christ. The article also said that Ernetti went back in time to witness the Last Supper. To remember this event, Ernetti also kept the picture from the event as a keepsake. At this point, you might be wondering, why has no one else seen this machine, and where is it in the Vatican? Ernetti passed away in 1994. However, until his death, he maintained the stance that the Chronovisor had been hidden away by the Vatican to keep it safe from falling into the hands of people who would want to misuse it. In 1988, the Vatican also decreed that anyone using devices would be excommunicated, which is ironic to say the least. Before he passed away, Ernetti was still adamant about his stance of the Chronovisor. He wrote a letter before his death emphasizing the fact that the Chronovisor is real. Even in that letter, Ernetti emphasized that the Pope had forbidden everyone involved to disclose the details about this time machine because it was dangerous and it could restrain the freedom of men. While there are probably many questions in your head, one of them might be, why did Ernetti only disclose these details to Brune? That is because if anyone wants to know more about the Chronovisor, all they have to do is read the book written by Brune. The book also offers the answer to this mystery. According to the book, Brune met Ernetti during a boat ride across the Grand Canal in Venice in the 60s. Ernetti and Brune were well versed in the ancient languages and their history, which gave them a lot to talk about during the boat ride. During this conversation, Ernetti steered the conversation towards science. On the other hand, Brune was trying to explain to Ernetti that the Bible could be interpreted in many ways. At this point, Ernetti suggested to Brune that he had access to all these truths through a device known as the Chronovisor. According to Ernetti, he and a group of famous scientists came together to create this device so they could understand the mysteries of the past. These scientists include Wernher von Braun, an ex-Nazi scientist who was responsible for working at NASA to help America make its journey to the moon. Besides that, there was another scientist, known as Fermi, who won the Physics Nobel Prize in 1938. Ernetti did not just stop here during their conversation. He also told Brune that the device had various antennae to look into the past. 3 of these antennae were created from mysterious metals that picked up light waves and sound from various spectrums and wavelengths. Another notable feature of the device was the direction finder. This feature tuned into the era that no one wanted to look at. You can think of the direction finder as a remote that helps look at different channels of time. Of course, the Chronovisor also had a screen and a recording device that captured everything on the screen. Is it possible that Ernetti was talking about television, and maybe he was just looking at different history channels, thinking that they were actual events? Of course, we will never know. From what Ernetti has to say about the Chronovisor, it seems that the device only acted as a window into the past, rather than a time machine. Ernetti said himself that it worked like a television for the past events. The mystery of the Chronovisor excites us, but has been a mystery and will always remain one. There is no proof or evidence of this device except what Ernetti had told Brune. Besides that, many of these claims have been debunked, and most people don't believe what Ernetti had to say. Of course, there are many critiques to what Ernetti has to say, as no one believes him. There is also no proof that makes his claims legitimate, as some of them are on the borderline of bizarre. Besides that, Paraclesis magazine in 1996 also revealed that the design of the Chronovisor resembled a device in the science fiction novella back in 1947. Unfortunately, we will never know what really is the truth, because we have never seen the device, and we probably will never get to it, as it doesn't exist. If it was so easy to make a time machine, scientists having much better tools and technology in this day and age would have done it by now. Do you want to learn more about such mysteries that exist around the world? If you do, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. You can let us know if you believe anything Ernetti had to say, as we would love to know.